Welcome back to Quantreef.com. Bitcoin's trading around 64,829, sitting right in the middle of a tight range that's been coiling for hours. Today we'll walk through liquidity, support and resistance, VWAP, Fibonacci, fair value gaps, positioning, and where this likely resolves next. Price is basically pinned between 64,755 and 65,400, with momentum reading neutral, no clean impulse either way. We're just below session VWAP at 64,856, but above both anchored VWAPs from the swing high and low, 63,870 and 63,943. That's acceptance above value, which favors buyers on a short-term basis even though the bigger trend is undecided. The bigger liquidation pool sits above at 65,508, carrying roughly 5.9 billion in notional. That's the strongest wall on the board and it's pulling price like a magnet, reach odds near 50% over the next day. Below, there's a smaller pool at 63,878 with about 1.6 billion behind it. Markets tend to drift toward the fatter pool first because that's where stops cluster and where market makers can fill size cheaply. On the panel right now, resistance above starts with target 1 at 65,367, then target 2 up at 66,938, and target 3 at 68,216. Support below sits at the 1H swing low, 64,155, with a stop loss level at 63,883. Given the heavier upside liquidity, target 1 is more likely tested first. A break of the swing low would flip this read bearish. Above price, there are two unfilled daily fair value gaps, one between 67,516 and 70,687, another higher near 71,400 to 73,400, both untouched and acting as longer-term magnets. Below, two 4-hour bull gaps sit closer in, one just under price near 64,000 for 64 to 64,788, already mostly filled. Price is inside the Fibonacci retracement, hugging the 0.382 level at 64,188, that's the more immediate reaction point before any gap fill. The card grades this a watch, N at 71, HTS at 56, decent but not clean enough for a high conviction call. Trend and structure at 78 and order flow at 79 are carrying the score, while statistical volatility at 25 and institutional positioning at 32 are dragging it down. Retail long sit at 52%, top accounts 54% long, but the 4-hour taker flow is 67% short, so aggressive sellers are leaning hard against a market that's still net long. With sellers pressing size into a market where retail and top accounts are still tilted long, the path of least resistance short-term is a run at that 65,508 liquidity wall, sweeping out upside stops before any real decision. If buyers push through and hold above it, that flips shorts offside fast, fueling a squeeze towards 66,900 and beyond into the daily gap. If sellers defend it, expect a fade back towards 64,155 and possibly the 63,878 pool. Bullish case confirms above 65,367, invalidated back below 64,155. Bearish case confirms on a break of that swing low, invalidated back above 65,508. Bitcoin sitting right at a decision point, and whichever side takes that next liquidity pool probably dictates the next few hours. If this kind of structured read helps, drop a like and subscribe. Quantreef.com runs this same 9-layer grading, probability, and liquidity mapping across 100+ coins, with a 7-day trial if you want to dig deeper. As always, this is for educational purposes only, not financial advice.